Good morning, good morning, good morning. For me, for you, it might be afternoon or evening. I don't know. Depends on where you are in the world. But I am happy to be here with you today. It's Monday. So, before we get started, I'm going to share a little bit about what's happening with me today so that if you hear anything crazy in the background, you'll know. The kids are out of school. So I just have one kid, but I have my niece staying over. So she stayed the night last night, and she's here this morning. And right now they're outside playing basketball because it is gorgeous outside, you guys. I mean, it is sunshine and blissful. It's a little chilly, but it's sunny and gorgeous. So I told them, get out, go outside, play, be in the sun, because we are having a crazy winter for California. So they are out there now playing basketball, but I don't know how long that will last. That could be very short-lived. They could be back in this house in no time. So if you hear craziness coming into the house, that could be an option. The other thing is my husband, so for those of you who don't know, my husband's a lineman, and he worked all night. He went to work at 8 o'clock last night, and he got home at 7 a.m. this morning. So he's sleeping, but he usually wakes up around 11 a.m., sometimes earlier, sometimes later. So he could end up popping on and making a bunch of noise. So just so you know, if it's crazy, if there's noise, that's why. So welcome. My name is Wendy, for those of you that might be new or not know who I am. And every Monday morning at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I come live on Facebook and I share the beautiful things I've received in the mail. We make a card and I share any other little things that are going on with my business that I want you to know about, or with Stampin' Up. And I appreciate it if you share this video. And if you comment shared, that enters to win you a prize, which I have giveaways today. And then I usually always have a giveaway. Not every time, but most of the time I have giveaways. And so I do a couple usually, and that's at the end of the Facebook Live. And my Facebook Lives are about 30 minutes long. I try to stay to about 30 minutes. So give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, give me a wow, share the video. You can share it into groups. You can share it on your personal page. But just make sure it's allowed. If you're sharing it into a group, make sure that that's something that group allows. I don't want anybody to be sharing anything and getting in trouble. So anyway, that's that stuff. Housekeeping. So yeah, there's a few fun things I want to share and talk about today. First of all, I have been working my hind end off on multiple things. Some stuff for stamping, some stuff for business. So I want to share a few of those things with you. The first thing is I have a class to go and a retreat to go, both happening soon. The class to go closes tomorrow. So if you want to get in on February's class to go, you have to purchase it or sign up for it by tomorrow, and then I'll invoice you and you have to pay that invoice. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the description of this video. If you're watching this video on Facebook, you just tap the screen where my face is, and then it'll pull up the description of the video and the link is there. Same with the retreat to go. I've never done a retreat to go before, but I promise you it's going to be amazing. It's got a cute tote bag included. We are going to have 8 different make and takes. I have a guest spot with Kylie Bertucci in Australia, so she's going to be doing a video for us. That's really exciting. And let's see what else is happening. You can purchase just the PDFs and the videos for $35, which will also give you access to the Facebook groups. So if you live abroad, you don't live in the United States, or abroad for me, I guess, then you could still purchase that option. FYI, the PDFs don't have centimeter measurements, so you will have to convert them, but you can get them that way. yeah, so I'm also going to have an exclusive Facebook group for this retreat, and I'm going to be going live during the retreat on March 29th and March 30th. So we'll just have like time together and hangout time. It will be exclusive. And I will be doing lots of make and takes and stuff like that. So I hope you join in. It's $99 for the basic package. It's $145 if you want to get all the add-on pieces, and $35 for just the videos, PDFs, and the access to the Facebook group. So again, link is in the description. The business budget workbook that I have created, now this is for my demo friends. It is available also at the link, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this at the end because I have a free download for you today for if you're a demonstrator friend, and you're going to want to download that this week so that we can use it next week when I do my training on Thursday or my chat with you on Thursday. Okay. That's everything, I think. So we're going to stamp now, and we're going to look at fun stuff because that's what we really want to be doing, right? Okay. So I received some beautiful cards. Get my coffee out of the way. Some beautiful cards over the last week. This was from Jen Calistini. She is on my team, and she sent me this really sweet Valentine's card. I think it's beautiful. So I love that. I thought that was awesome. This is from my team member, Debbie. She is a really talented stamper also, and I love this card. I think it's so pretty. And so she just sent me a really sweet note, and she left it blank inside and didn't stamp anything on it, so I can totally reuse this. So that's so thoughtful of her. This is from my helper, Deborah. And she's my friend, and she also comes and helps me, and she made this adorable Valentine's card. I'm gonna say it's for Truby because she colored the little doggy like Truby. Isn't that cute? My puppy. So I love this, and I love the ribbon she used. This isn't Stampin' Up! Ribbon, but it's really cute. It has little doggy paws all over it. And then look, she stamped at the back of the envelope, which so cute. Okay. So those are the goodies I received in the mail. I love it when people send me happy mail, and I love to share it with you guys so you can see what it looks like. Okay. Oh, okay. So she got this layout idea from somebody named Lynn Dunn. So that's fun. All right. So here's the card we're going to make today. I would not consider this totally simple stamping, actually. I try usually on Mondays to share some really simple stamping, but this card, I have a whole bunch of them. So let me show you. I've got a whole bunch pre-stamped, and I'm working on a bunch of my, what do you call these? Teapots to add to the card. And I thought I would color one for you today. Now let's talk about this really quick. These framelits are free with a $100 order. You cannot buy these framelits. You can only get them free with a $100 order. This stamp set is available to purchase in the Occasions catalog. All of the products I'm using here today are linked in the description where the class to go is linked and all of that. So if you are interested in purchasing this set and you want the framelits, make your order $100, and then you can choose this for free. Okay, so this whole week, I'm going to be featuring all the celebration items. We have brand new celebration items releasing on Friday, and I'll show you a sneak peek of what I have. I just actually placed an order for more, so because I didn't get everything, and then I regretted it when I saw samples. So I just placed an order for some more, and then next week I'm going to feature those really thoroughly. But today I just wanted to, or this week I'm going to share kind of the stuff that I already have. I haven't done a great job of sharing the stuff, the celebration stuff. Good Lord, I can't talk. Okay, so we've got our pieces here, and I've already stamped and cut the teapot and the flowers because the coloring takes some time. So I wanted, hey Chris, so I wanted to have plenty of time to do my coloring on camera because I have coloring tips for you today. I notice a lot of the time when I do videos, I get lots of questions about coloring. So I thought I would make sure to do that. The measurements for all my card pieces that I'm using today are listed over on my blog at loveandstampin.com. And also, so you're going to go to loveandstampin.com, and then, which is on the screen here. Oh no, it's not. It's Shop Love and Stampin' is what's on the screen, but that's not actually my website. That's where you can shop with me. But what I was going to say is, if you go there, if you go to if you go to loveandstampin.com and click on blog, I'm looking for my sentiment now, guys, sorry. And click on blog, you will find, why can't I find my sentiment? Sorry, you guys. Give me a second here. Here it is. Itty Bitty Birthdays. It's got the perfect birthday sentiment. Okay, so when you go to my website, click on blog. Hey, Angie. And when you click on blog, then it will take you to my recent blog post, which is today's blog post. And there is a free download there for my demonstrator friends. Now, actually, the download I have today, really, you could use even if you're not a demonstrator, in preparation for a new catalog. So it's a new catalog budgeting tool. And I'm going to go over how to use that, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. So make sure you download that and print it. It's free. And we'll talk about it next Thursday. And it's also included in my budget workbook. So if you've purchased the budget workbook, you can go there and download it for free, or I'm going to attempt to try to send out an update on that soon. Okay. Now, one of the key components of coloring, let me grab my scrap paper over here. I wasn't very well prepared this morning, was I? Okay. So I've got my grid paper, and I always like to fold my grid paper in half when I am coloring on something, just because it makes it a little bit smaller, and I don't know. It's a weird thing I do. Okay, so we've got the tea pot, and I've stamped the flower here in the corner. So we are going to start with our darkest color. This is Dark Pool Party. Now, something that I have talked about in the past is I do own Copic markers. And when I use my Copic markers, I start with my lightest color. But I find that using Stampin' Blends, the very best thing is to start with your darker color, because it makes it easier to blend it out and not have bleeding. So a lot of people talk to me about bleeding. What's my problem? Why is it bleeding? And what bleeding means is when the ink from the marker goes out of the lines, okay? So people have this issue, and I'm going to tell you all about why they have that issue. There's multiple reasons. So the first reason that's most common, because people are frugal for the most part, is they buy crappy paper. So if you're buying crappy paper and trying to use Walmart paper, right? Because Walmart sells like this crazy cardstock stuff by the bazillions. And it looks like, you look at it and you're like, oh, it's fine. It's the same thing. Nope, it's not. I'm here to tell you that high quality paper that's meant to be used with markers is going to make your projects look so much better. So if you are using cheap paper that is not intended for ink blending with alcohol markers, then you're going to get a cheap result. Sorry, tough love. I hope I'm not being too mean. But it's the truth. And so I share this with you because I want you to get the best results, and I don't want you to be frustrated. Okay, so now I'm going over the dark areas with the light pool party. But you see that I'm not going all the way to the center. The reason for that is because the more layers that I put down, I'm trying to soften this edge here. That's why I'm going over it multiple times. The more layers I put down, the darker it's going to get. So if I want my center area to be really light, I need to leave it alone. Okay, so back to our discussion about why you're getting bleeding. The reason you get bleeding is because you use junky paper or you oversaturate the area. There is a point that you can't just keep on adding ink, okay? Eventually it's going to bleed. So keep that in mind. Oversaturation. If you don't use the right stamp pad with alcohol markers, you're going to have problems. So you need to use, like this is Memento Tuxedo Black ink. It's a fast drying ink. It's made specifically to use with alcohol markers. So you need to use something like this that is, if you don't use this one, that is close to it. So here's the thing. So the other questions I get asked, okay, so now I have this white in the middle. So what you might be thinking, why are you doing this? Why are you making it darker on the sides and lighter in the middle? We're trying to create the illusion of it being round and the light hitting it in this area. So now I'm going to very carefully go over that center area with one stroke. Now, if I keep doing that over and over, it's going to darken here in the center as much as the edges, and I don't want that. And then here I've got some white, and I'm actually going to leave it alone. I'm going to actually leave it white, so it looks as though there's light hitting it right there. Now, I could have done that here as well and stuff, but I'm going to leave it. It's fine with me for now. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the flowers, and we're going to color them at the same time. So we've got the big rose, which is gorgeous, and the little flower here. We're going to start, now I've just told you, right? I've just said to you, I start with my dark and I move to my light. Okay, well, in this scenario, I am going to start with my light and move to my dark because I'm blending totally different colors. So we're going to start with the dark pineapple punch. And I am going to actually cover the entire flower with dark pineapple punch. And this creates a base for my other colors to move on. So when an area is covered in an ink, it will, when you add other colors, it will allow that color underneath to move. Okay, so it kind of like wets the paper, if you will. So we're going to just do that first. Then I'm going to go in with my light pumpkin pie. And I want the tips of my flowers to be yellow. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to just kind of do a rough line. Okay, just a little rough line here. And I know it's looking really weird right now. You're like, what the heck is she doing? Why? Why, Wendy? Why? But I promise you, in the end, you're going to be impressed. You will be. I know it. So here I'm doing the same thing, just kind of thinner line. Now you have to look with a flower, where is the outside of the petal? Where am I trying to build depth and light? So for this petal, for example, this is the inside of the petal. This is the outside, okay? This is the inside of the petal. This is the outside. So you got to kind of pay attention to that as you go around. Okay, we're going to move to Light Poppy Parade, and we're going to lay that color down. Now, for me, this is very, very therapeutic and enjoyable. Some people hate coloring. If you're one of those people, I'm sorry that this is the video today, but I love it. So I'm trying not to take too long here. Okay, so let's talk about what I've got coming up on my blog this week while I'm doing this coloring. So as you can see here, I'm staying inside the pumpkin pie line now because I'm adding layers of color, okay? So this week, I'm gonna add a little bit of red in here, but keep some of my yellow. I've got that awesome Home to Roost stamp set coming up. I've got the cupcake, Hello Cupcake, gonna come up and be used. I really have been behind the 8 ball with all this, y'all. So I gotta get on it. Okay, so now I'm adding my dark Poppy Parade at the base. Now, you could simply have colored these flowers just how I did in the very beginning. All yellow and just leave them alone. Totally acceptable, totally cute, and nobody would even be the wiser that there was another option out there, right? So keep that in mind when you see this happening. When you're like, Lord have mercy, I would not even, because that takes too long. I don't want to mess with that. Whatever your thought process is, just remember that you absolutely do not have to do all this. You can keep it very simple if you want to. Okay, so now we're looking at this and we're like, okay, well, it's pretty, but it's pretty rough also. So we go back in with our light and we're going to blend over all of them. So you're not going to have to worry about it picking up the other inks. That's what alcohol inks are. They are made, I do not like how harsh this is, so I'm going to go and kind of pull some of that dark out. And then I'm going to go back in. So you can see you just have to keep working with it. And there's the kids I talked about earlier, if you're just joining me. They've now come back in the house. They're taking a break from basketball. Okay, so then I'm going to go back in with this. Okay, now we're going to move over here. And I'm going to start softening edges and going back over it. However, it's going to, on this one in particular, I'm also going to use my pumpkin pie because I want the edges to be a little softer. So you can see, you just have to play with it a little. You just have to kind of keep working at it to get it just how you want it. And that's totally cool. Just try to reserve that really yellow edge and it will give you this gorgeous pop. Let me zoom in a little. Okay. Then I've got my Granny Apple Green dark and I'm going to go up. Oh, nope, that's the light. Just kidding. So I'm just going to cover the whole thing. So as you can see, you could totally leave these leaves just colored one color and do nothing else with them. That would be perfectly acceptable. Now I'm going to go to my VIP group after this, and I'm going to do their drawing for the week. And I'm also going to show them a different color combination. So I'm excited to do that. If you want to be in my VIP group, you're welcome to. That's it. Let's put this card together. Okay. You guys hear the dogs? They're outside, but they're making themselves known. People walking down the street. What good little guard dogs they are. Okay. All the blends that I used today are linked in the description of the video. The products that I'm using are linked in the description of the video. And so if you want to purchase any of the items, you can purchase them in my online store. And then at the very end of this video, I'm going to show you really quick my budget workbook, and I'm also going to show you the new download that's free. Okay, so this goes here. And then this one is going to go here. Just like that. Pretty, right? I love it. Love, love, love. And then you can see this one. I just colored this one completely with the light Pool Party and then used dark Pool Party to make polka dots. So stinking simple. Oh my gosh, Gertie, your dog's name is Garth. I'm dying. I love it. How do you make the polka dots? I just took my marker and I just went down on top and just kind of colored a little circle. That's it. So I used the light to color the whole teapot, and then I used the dark to do the polka dots. And I just kind of randomly did them all over. Oh my gosh, my nose is running. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so we should do some giveaways, shouldn't we? We shall. Let's do a couple. All right, I'm working on it over here. Give me a second. Okay. All right, I got two giveaways. I've got the old olive linen thread, which is brand new, and the striped metallic ribbon. Let me get my Post-it notes, because you know me, I gotta have my Post-it notes so that I can write down your name if you won. Otherwise, if it's been 2 minutes, I'll forget who won. Okay, here we go. Winner of the linen thread is Judy Stump. Judy Stump. So if you've never won a giveaway before, you will need to message me on Facebook with your address, or you will need to send me an email. One of the two. Okay, who else? We need a shared. Who's it gonna be? Connie Bjork. Connie Bjork is the winner. Okay, so if you are a demonstrator and you want to stick around for just a few minutes, I'm going to show you. This is my new product that I just released. This is the, let's see, can I go out? No, I don't want to go in. I want to go out. I can't. Okay, so it's the Business Budget Workbook, and it is a workbook. I'm going to go to a blank So you get the whole year. It's like 45 plus pages now, I think. But you get a monthly calendar, your income and expense monthly tracking, a weekly pay summary, and expense trackers. And then I also have this freebie today. So this is a free download. You can get it. There's a link in the description. And all you have to do is go to my website and download it. It's completely free. So this is the new catalog ordering fun sheet. And we're going to talk about this, not this Thursday, but next Thursday, and how to use it, because we have a new catalog coming up. So I think this is important for demonstrators to start learning about. And then I've got videos, and I have a video coming out this Thursday. So if you're interested in this, check it out. Again, it's on my blog, and it's in the shop section, and you can get that free download. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day and a wonderful week. I always love starting a Monday off with some fun stamping and chit chat. And I'm really looking forward to see who signs up for my retreat to go and my class to go and those kinds of things. It's so fun. I just love doing them, and I'm really looking forward to the retreat to go. So I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. I'll see you in my VIP group in a little bit.